Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Manifest more pride. Like the good kind of pride, I hope. Good morning and welcome to an episode of Manifest More here at Herb Oracle. I'm always excited to do lots of different things at Ho. And we've been really focusing this year on manifesting more good stuff. We dedicate every Wednesday to it. And we are going to manifest pride. Now, I kind of mentioned the other day that I wasn't quite sure what I thought. I'm like, all right. But over the weekend, the little pride fairy, the Amaryllis fairy, showed herself to us. Was that during Archangel Ariel's? Yeah, I think so. And I was like, oh my gosh, well, I'll see you again Wednesday. So she kind of gave me like a sneak peek, a preview, like, hey, I'm here. And I liked her message. So then I was like, all right, well, maybe this will be good. But do you kind of feel like pride has like a positive and a negative meaning? Because I feel like maybe I've heard it like used a lot negatively, like, oh, his pride won't let him receive any help, and that was almost like putting down pride or, like it was a negative thing. So like I kind of have that maybe to dissolve within my definitions. But okay, so listen how cool this is. I have 3 cards, okay, and they all match. They're like golden, orangey, yellow, blue. Like, I don't know. They're the same. They all coordinate. You'll have to come visit me on Instagram. That's the only way to actually see the pictures. I only post them on Instagram. Not that I'm trying to recruit anybody to Instagram. I don't even really like it. But I do post these pictures there for something to do. Since I deleted all my Facebook stuff, I can't be completely out of the loop, right? But anyways, get this. So they all match. That's cool. But guess what? Our dragon butterfly card from Enchanted Blossoms, guess what it's on? An amaryllis. So we have 2 amaryllis flowers. For pride. So I was like, when I saw that last night, I was like, I cannot wait to like see like why the amaryllis for pride. Is that one of those Victorian like definitions, how like they always like associate different meanings with different flowers? Like, is there a story behind amaryllis? That's what I'm asking. And then we have a mandala, our 3rd card. We only have 3 cards as far as I know, from the Soul's Journey, James Van Praagh. And it 100% matches the gaudy Commodore butterfly dragon that's on the amaryllis. I mean, literally the exact same palette. The blues and, the blue, golden, orange, like kind of like, I don't know, Arizona kitchen decal or something. Like, I don't know, what would you call this color palette? But they match 100%. And then the golden orange amaryllis fairy, she just fits right in. So it literally looks like I picked 3 cards that color coordinated and matched, and that's what I based this on. But isn't that interesting? So it's like the creator of a fairy deck, a butterfly enchanted deck, and James Van Praagh all thought of these colors for pride. I don't know. I just find it very interesting. So anyway, shout out to the deck creators, James Van Praagh, Carla Morrow, and Angela Crutchley. She made the little fairies. So anyways, that's who we got today. Should be a fairly quick one, but do you need to manifest more pride? What do you think about pride? Do you have a wonky, mismatched definition about pride? The little fairy is the sweetest little thing, right? But she's standing tall. The butterfly dragon, he's holding his held high. And then on the mandala pride card, it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So I don't know if you caught the little thing that I started to do a month or a couple weeks or something ago. But, for months and months, like, I was letting the neighbors drive me nuts, like, oh God, seeing them as separate from me. And so what I had myself start doing was when I would look out the window and catch a glimpse of them, because it's hard not to, the way our houses are situated, I would say, I wonder what I'm doing today. Trying to get myself to see that they are another me, right? So I literally do this now all the time, and it cracks me up. I'll see somebody, like, there's this guy that parks, for a while he was parking his truck basically in front of my house, in front of the church, and parking there, and then just riding his bicycle around, up and down the road and around, we have kind of like a loop here. But anyways, and instead of me being like, what the hell's that dude doing? I'd be like, I wonder what I'm doing. I wonder how much I'm going to ride my bicycle today. So it's crazy and funny, but if you can start to see yourself in everyone, and maybe even take it a step farther and give yourself a giggle like I do, and literally watch them as if you're watching yourself. I wonder why am I doing that? I wonder what I'm up to. Look at me mowing the grass. Look at me driving like an ass, right? If there's somebody on the highway driving way too fast, like a crazy mofo, you could be like, look how fast I'm driving. My goodness. I need to slow down. I wonder what I'm in a hurry for. So anyways, it's kind of entertaining that I do that in my head. And it's just funny. It gets funnier the more you do it. So anyways, just part of I should include that in my book that I will write someday. All right, but anyways, on a smaller scale, we can try to just see aspects of ourselves. If you don't want to go crazy nuts with me, then just try to look at people and be like, I see myself in her. I see myself in him. As a matter of fact, I see myself in everyone. Namaste. The light in me recognizes the light in you. I see myself in everyone. I love myself, and I see myself in everyone. Therefore, I love them too. I love myself in them. I see myself in everyone, and I love that. I love it. I love. All right, so we only got 3 cards. Shouldn't take us too long. The sun's trying to come out. It's already 10 till 10 because I did the Daniel Scranton video or channeling narrative. I read it out loud, whatever you want to call it. Then I listened to Tina Louise Spalding's 40 Days and 40 Nights with Jesus. I listened to the night one in the morning, all backwards. But what's funny is, last night I had a hell of a time trying to fall asleep without my phone. I could not sleep, and I was like, ugh, Jesus. I could be listening to music right now, right? But I'm trying to not take my phone to bed because he was really insistent. And today, well, it was last night's, but I listened to them in the morning. He was like, and he repeated again about not taking your phones to bed, make sure you turn the Wi-Fi off, and then really start to pay attention to your dreams. Well, once I finally did I cried and cried last night, like ridiculous. Okay, so here's what's so hard about this. When you go to bed with yourself and not your lover, not your phone, and you're alone with your thoughts and your feelings and your shadow side, it gives, and your ego, and like, it's like, dang, like I really was very much aware of some old emotions and feelings that I could sort through and go through, and I just still sometimes have such sadness in my heart. And so it's like, well, I guess I'll deal with it now because I can't sleep. And so I definitely let the tears roll a little bit. I read The Way of Passion by Andrew Harvey. Like I connected with my Rumi deck. I pulled as many cards as I could. I declared out loud that I was bored with life. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and then finally, like a friggin' 3-year-old, I finally got tuckered out and slept. Well, weren't my dreams really vivid and interesting and weird, and showed me kind of a crazy scene, but it just, like, the details are really getting more clear to me. And yeah, it was very interesting. And then what did Jesus talk about this morning is ask your guides for more dreams with more messages and more clarifying dreams. And it just was kind of funny how it all ties in together. My whole life ties in together. It really is fun. Even though, yeah, part of me is like, oh, please let me step into even more fulfilling work so that I can quit yammering about, not having a man to love. Oh, geez. So anyways, manifest more pride. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And that goes along with kind of, what I've been reading out loud for the Course in Miracles text, the chapters in the Course in Miracles. It's like we cannot put down our brothers and sisters in the world. And when we do, we're actually like projecting something inside us onto them. Man, it's getting deep. The Course in Miracles is actually very, very interesting. Like, once I've been able to kind of like surmount the language barrier, because it's just the way it's written is so like at first really hard to absorb. But like, even if you just go through the table of contents in the Course in Miracles and read the titles of the chapters, they are provocative and interesting. And really, like, if you just read the titles of the chapters, you're like, oh my gosh, like, what are the gifts of the kingdom? Hold on, I'm going to grab the book. I know I'm a little bit distracted, but I'm coming back to pride. Hold on, pride. I'm coming back to you. But like, I just did chapter 7, the gifts of the kingdom, and listen how interesting some of these are. Healing and the changelessness of mind. The unbelievable belief, the confusion of pain and joy. Like, you're like, oh my God, like, what is this about, And then last chapter, it was so much good stuff. To have peace, teach peace, to learn it. That might have been maybe my favorite. But yeah, this whole time, like, I'm really noticing that the titles are super interesting. And it's talking a lot about healing. Next chapter, chapter 8, healing as corrected perception. Ooh, here's a good one. The difference between imprisonment and freedom. It's like, as you go through and look at the titles of the books, you're like, oh my gosh, like, I'm actually really getting excited to read this whole thing. To read 770 pages. I'm so excited. And then I'll be super primed up and ready to do all the lessons in 2021. And you are invited to my YouTube channel, Sadie Marie Cherico. now or wait till 2021 and do the lessons with me, or check out my playlist because I have the Tina Louise Spalding videos archived there as well. All right, one more random thing and then I'll get focused. So after I watched the video today, I was like, all right, I have to reach out to Tina again because she's releasing her newest book, which is the commentary from the lessons last year from Jesus. And I would love to be able to read them out loud or share them in some way. I'm going to get the book for myself regardless. I'm not going to let, if she says no, she don't want my help, I'm not going to let that affect my pride like Lynn V. Andrews did affect my pride a little bit. I was like, damn it. Well, your hero just rejected you. So sorry. No. So even if she doesn't want my help or does not give me permission or whatever, like I'm still going to tell people about the book. I love the book. I'll enjoy the book myself. However, if Jesus would like me to narrate sections of that book or do a daily video, kind of like I do for the Daniel Scranton books, I would be ecstatic to do that because, me and my heart of service, I would love to have that purpose too. And it would be so beneficial to me because I love to read out loud and also to my listeners. And I would love to help out. So anywho's, I just sent that email. We'll see if I get a reply or a phone call. I gave her my number. But I would love to promote it more because I kind of have a feeling my channel's going to eventually reach the people that it needs to with the different sections of videos that I've done over the years. Like I know that I've always been a few years ahead and but yeah, the right people are coming that need to find the right information for them. And I'm just more than happy to do it for something to do, right? So if 2021, if I could have enough projects to do, then maybe I could let go of this idea in my own personal life that I'm missing out on something. I've always felt that way. If I could really step into my purpose fully, then I could let go of the fools in my life. All right, so Amaryllis, Pride, Butterfly, the gaudy Commodore in its winter form. So if you're a butterfly nerd, apparently this butterfly has, I guess, a summer form and then a winter form. Does it actually change its looks? Something to look up. Gaudy, literally Gaudy, the gaudy Commodore. It sounds like an insult. Oh, here comes the gaudy Commodore, and it's just some old dude that's dressed to the max, matching cowboy boots and matching hat and big costume jewelry, rings. The gaudy Commodore. Well, I'm having fun today. All right, originating in South America and parts of Mexico, Amaryllis, we're going to talk about the flower first. Amaryllis made its way to Europe in the 16th century, and then breeding got off to a fiery start in England in 1799. But this is a beautiful South American, Mexican flower. And yeah, maybe that's why the coloring and stuff reminds me of warm weather decor. And so does it's so awesome how everything matches. All right, so anyways, let's go back to England, 1799. Some of the first hybrids were lost in a greenhouse fire, okay? Luckily, the cultivator had shared his work with the Liverpool Botanic Garden, thus preserving the first domestic strains. Cultivation continued, and there are now over 600 hybrids. Hippeastrum, which is the Latin name for Amaryllis, Hippeastrum is generally grown as an ornamental potted plant. When kept indoors, they often bloom throughout the winter, making this a very popular Christmas flower, the amaryllis. So, so like the greenhouse burnt down, and in 1799, you couldn't just Amazon Prime that shit and get yourself some new ones from Mexico overnight or anything. That was like a big deal back then. Now people be like, oh, no big deal, we'll just order more. I have awoken to my day in a belligerent way. All right, so taking pride in one's journey is an integral part of self-growth. Taking pride in one's journey is an integral part of self-growth. Attach positive feelings to what you are doing, whatever it may be. When you feel good about something, you will want to do it better. So take pride, right? Attach a positive feeling to what you are doing. Doing a job well will lead you to taking more pleasure in what you do and who you are. Even if you don't like what you are doing it well can bring you pride. Yeah, so it's like, even if you don't like doing the dishes or cleaning the rabbit cages or mowing the grass, do you like still try to do it as good as you can? I do, right? So you're at least like, it's done and it's done well. No, fuck off, you know? But you know, I do everything as good as I can do it. I just do it good. I just do it good. It will bring you pride to be like that. And this is this card is also a reminder to delight in what you have already accomplished. Enjoy and celebrate your victories. So do everything well, do a job well done. It'll help you take more pleasure in cleaning the rabbit cages. It will help you take more pleasure in the dishes, in cleaning the bathroom, scrubbing the tub. Look how shiny the mirror is, you know. Okay, good. I have a clean bathroom. I'm a worthy human being. And celebrate what you have done. Be proud of yourself, right? Enjoy and celebrate your victories. Share them with someone who will be proud and excited with you. Do whatever you do to the best of your abilities and as the finest of who you are. When you know you did your best, pride will follow. So this is a good positive definition of pride, like being proud of who you are, what you've done, take pride in your work. So that's the question for you from the dragon butterfly and our first amaryllis flower. What do I take pride in? How can I cultivate more pride in what I am doing now? So just like the amaryllis flower, now there's over 600 hybrids. The flower has been cultivated. So how can you cultivate your pride like it was an amaryllis flower? If it ain't working, hybridize it. Take pride in as much as you can. Be proud of everything you do, or just maybe the fact that you do your best, or that, you do things well, and, even if it's like putting a bag in a garbage can, can you do it nice and neat, or, make sure it looks tidy, or do you just slap that thing in there and hardly fix it and it's falling off the sides? And you know what I mean? You can just do little things like that a little bit better, or take pride in how nice you are to people. Take pride in the fact that you are courteous and respectful and got good manners and genuinely care about people. Holy shit, that would definitely be something to take pride in. If you know that you are a genuine, compassionate, loving being who sincerely wishes people wellness and wills for them their best versions too, I would certainly take some pride in that. Even if you don't have anyone to tell about it or talk about it or celebrate about it, celebrate with yourself share your victories with yourself, right? Like I'm so happy whenever I can be nice to everyone I meet on the street and really feel good, and celebrate your victories of how much healing work you've done. Just take a minute, take a moment to take pride in like, wow, like I've been hanging out with Sadie here at Ho for however many weeks this year. We've manifested so much more good stuff, right? Just by taking 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and 3 hours every day to talk about and think about how we want to improve ourselves and do better and manifest more good stuff and manifest more pride. And yeah, I mean, I should take pride in the fact that I've tried to manifest more good things in my life, and gosh darn it, I've done it. I've been doing it. Just take a minute to have a little party with me here, please, and just kind of be like, yeehaw, we do have victories. We could focus on the stuff that didn't go that great, but to hell with that. Right now, we are having a little victory party so that we can just summon up some inner pride, because when we do have more feelings of pride in ourselves, we can start to acknowledge our actual accomplishments. Yes, I have manifested more good stuff in my life, but even more importantly, I've manifested more good feelings inside of me. Like I actually do feel better all the time. I have my ringer on in case Tina Louise Spalding calls me. But now, like, everyone else is getting in. And just some news from the local news about a grocery store that was being bought out. Oh no, exclamation point. No more macaroni salad. All right, so I'm saying that because they're getting rid of the deli and the bakery in this store. And my ex-husband, I know, really enjoys their macaroni salad. So good job, Sadie. You actually said something that was pretty compassionate towards that human being. All right, where were we? Oh yeah, Amaryllis, gaudy Commodore, pride. So anyways, just take a minute. He says, or sandwiches, sad face. Oh, dang it. Hold on. This is what I'll say. Well, it's a good thing then that you started to learn how to make your own awesome chicken salad. There. That's gonna throw him the fuck off. He's gonna be like, whoa, why is she being nice? What does she want? Does she need money? Oh my gosh. So anyways, take a minute, take a break, make some tea. I'm gonna talk about chicken salad with this fool. He says, right? Question mark, exclamation point, question mark. Yeah, see, he should take pride in his chicken salad because actually he shared it with me and it is really good. All right, so take a minute and see like what you're doing in your life that you can be proud of. If you do a good job, if you make good chicken salad, if you make good macaroni salad, you should definitely take pride in that. When you get a sense of pride in who you are as a human being, you'll want to do a lot of things better. You'll want to do better for the world. So let us redefine our definition of pride if it was a little wonky, and then utilize it to apply to ourselves, so that our sense of pride can help us through even moments like that we might struggle with, right? Like, I really don't want to have to clean up this mess, but you know what? I'll just do a good job and it'll look nice, and that's just who I am. So anyways, if you have a friend or somebody you can share your victories with, celebrate, enjoy, talk about what you've both accomplished and just, really are feeling so good about. So good. Or anyways, do whatever you do to the best of your abilities as the finest of who you are. And when you know you did your best, pride will follow. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our super available herb of the week, Plantain, and I thank you so much for being here with me. I am willing to release suffering. I appreciate the laws of nature. I nourish myself and others with a compassionate heart. I adjust my energy into a more balanced state. I am a joyful being. I trust my instincts and intuition. I am willing to release suffering. I appreciate the laws of nature. I nourish myself and others with a compassionate heart. I adjust my energy into a more balanced state. I am a joyful being. I trust my instincts and intuition. And so it is. All right, so I'm laughing because I'm just goofing off everywhere here. I'm like, let's just do some pride real quick. Okay, real quick to me is 45 minutes. So if I'll be down to your house real quick, 45 minutes, honey, as soon as you'll see me. Okay, so real quick, let's just have a little chat real quick. 45 minutes later, this is why no one likes to go shopping with me. Like whenever I'm not being a queen, getting Walmart pickup, having people do my shopping for me, like if I'm actually doing the shopping, prepare to not be in a hurry, truly, because I'm like, oh look, there's this stranger we could talk to. Let's go talk to them. Oh look. Anyways, or taking a walk. I'm never in a hurry. Yeah, like I really real quick to me is 45 minutes. Okay. So anyways, and that's what my future lover should know as well. Like if I want to love you up real quick, 45 minutes. Okay. That's real quick. Yeah. So anyways, obviously I'm having a week where I miss kissing a beautiful face. I do. I do. Oh my gosh. It'll pass. Don't worry. It'll pass. All right. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. This is where we're at now. This beautifully coordinated mandala for our gaudy Commodore butterfly, legit the same freaking colors. It's just, I don't know. I'm just really either easily impressed today or something, but I am loving it. So let's see what this says. So if you answered the questions from the dragon butterfly as you made yourself some tea, I made myself more black tea. I am on an emotional, you can tell where my emotional space is because if I'm drinking like black tea with milk and honey to the max, oh yeah. Yep, that's like basically a hug in a cup for me. But if you asked yourself some questions like what do you take pride in? And you were like, I don't know. And then you were like kind of coming up short, like thinking about how you could cultivate more pride or have more pride. Okay, I'm glad if you didn't do very good with those questions, I'm glad you've stuck around because we'll see what James Van Praagh has to say about pride. And we'll see if we can get you more in a mindset where you can manifest more pride. You know, like I think what happens with pride is people just misuse that word. And they if someone's being arrogant, I guess like pride could be confused maybe with someone being arrogant or maybe like I'm seeing like someone who does not have any pride might see someone with even a healthy sense of pride as being like too boastful or positive, or maybe they learned from their low self-esteem parents that it was bad to talk good about yourself, and you know, you don't compliment yourself and you don't like yourself and you certainly don't love yourself, right? So it's a good time to evaluate if you've picked up any negative belief systems along the way, or if you're carrying like just this shortage. Like if you don't have pride, like yeah, that's a little bit of a shortage or a lack of self-worth, self-love, self-confidence, so you kind of just need to see like, hey, if I'm not feeling any pride anywhere, like what's really going on inside of me. So anyways, let's see what James has to say. I do love the name James. All right, here's what this beautiful mandala brings forth. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. You need to take time to honor and acknowledge who you are and what your soul has accomplished with your life thus far. You should look at your past soul choices and be mindful of how, through your positive actions, compassion, and understanding, you have made a better life for yourself and others. How have you changed the world in some little way? How have you shared insights with others? Reflect on what you have mastered. All right, so now we're being asked again to really now, you've added something good to the world. Like maybe you helped a turtle across the road one time. Okay, you forgot about that. I'm here to remind you. That was really good of you. Maybe it wasn't a turtle, but like you held the door, helped a little old lady out with her groceries or something. Or you swept this sidewalk off. You've shoveled snow for like your whole neighborhood just because, it was feeling good to do it. And, like little things like that, like don't take those for granted. You have added a lot of good to the world. When you smile at somebody, when you are cool in traffic, you just weren't the jerk. Good job. That was helping change the world in some little way. These little ways add up big. So how have you shared insights with others? Did you ever have a heart-to-heart talk? Did you ever counsel someone? Did you ever encourage someone? Did you ever say, good job, man? That was freaking awesome of you. That's benefiting the world. That's making a better life for yourself and others. So I'm just saying, there's no excuse for you not to feel pride. Wait, is that a double negative? You need to feel pride and there's no excuse not to. There's something you can be proud of. There's something that you can love about yourself and see it in everybody else too, and start to see how you positively impacted or influenced the people around you. That is definitely something to have pride about. I've never talked shit about anybody. There you go. If you can say that, you should have a high level of pride. Right? So there's got to be something. You should never underappreciate or underestimate yourself or your accomplishments. Now is the time for you to remember how brave you have been throughout your journey. Celebration is required. All right, so double celebration. We are going to party. But it's like, listen, think about some of the stuff your soul, what did he say earlier? Your past soul choices. Like things that you decided that, you incarnated here, you wanted to experience that you had to be brave about that. Celebrate that. Like I did it. I got through that. I decided to choose love over fear. Ooh. If you have ever chosen love over fear, add that to your list of things that you can celebrate, that you're proud of, that you should have pride. If you are a love chooser, yeah, be very proud about that. Humans tend to spend too much of their energy and time on negative emotions or what they have not done. This card signifies that you should take rightful ownership of who you are and how you have shared your unique light with the world. Now, I'm guilty of this too. Absolutely. Of course. You've hung out with me enough. Like, I can definitely get caught up on the negative or things that I haven't done or, I don't feel that are very successful, but that's a bunch of bullshit. It really is. Like, even if I make a podcast and only it only reaches 3 people. Let's just say that's not even the case anymore. Like, I should be actually very proud. But, there's part of me that always wants it to be bigger and better and reach more people. But I'm just saying, if you do something, I'll just use myself. If only 3 people listen to this today, but it helped those 3 people understand that they should feel good about what they've done in life, then I should focus on that. Okay? I should focus on that. Like, I need to start definitely like focusing on the good stuff. So even if like Tina Louise Spalding's like, no girl, I'd never want you to narrate my readings. Or maybe I just can't because of her publisher, It's like, I can't let that deter me from the fact that, like, look what I've been doing now for Daniel Scranton. I'm very proud that I can read the Arcturian channelings, making minimal mistakes and sounding pretty okay, and people are enjoying it. People are commenting on the videos, thank you for reading these, or it's really cool to hear this in a lady's voice, or, like, I really appreciate this. There's someone from Germany who keeps on thanking me, Dankeschön, or however it is that they say. Like, I had to look up the word because I was like, what? Like, it kept saying it, and I was like, is that a thank you? And sure enough, it was thank you in German. So it's like, people are enjoying them, and so I should feel a sense of pride. Even if only 3 people are enjoying them, I should still feel a sense of pride. If I would write a book and never let 1 person read it, I should still feel a sense of pride that I wrote that many words on paper. If you just got out of bed today, you should feel a sense of pride. All right, what else do we have to say? So anyways, this card is saying that you should take a rightful ownership of who you are and how you have shared your unique light with the world. It may also be a perfect time for you to look around and acknowledge other souls who have also accomplished many great things and who need to be reminded of them. So remind yourself of the good things that you've done and take it one step farther and do that service, share that gift for someone else, to someone else. Remind and spotlight or demonstrate or just acknowledge, hey, Sally, you did awesome on that. Or, like yesterday my daughter made chocolate chip pancakes. They were fantastic and fluffy. Like, good job, honey. Those were fabulous. Or, just tell somebody randomly, everything you do is amazing. I love watching your life. I do. I love watching your life. Like, you're just so creative. I love it. Or, you know what? Thank you for being one of the most positive people that I have in my experience. I just want you to know I appreciate you every time I see you. They're just like, oh my God, but it's true. It's probably every word of that is true. So just go a little bit out of your way this week, today, every day for the rest of your life, and tell people how fucking fantastic they are, because they should have a sense of pride. And then you have a sense of pride for being that type of person that unabashedly shines their light onto everyone and everything and doesn't hold back their love. Ooh, that is definitely a solid way to manifest more pride. All right, so we still have one more card, but if you hung out with me over the weekend with Archangel Ariel, then you already heard about this sweet little fairy, the Amaryllis fairy, and her message of pride. So I saved it for last, in case you got to get going. Got to go get going, get awesome. All right, now my friend Sherry's texting me, sending me pictures. She made a purple basil vinegar, and she didn't have it all submerged and it molded on the top. Oh, Yeah, that's why you gotta fill your infused vinegars up to the top with vinegar. Try not to let any plant material stick up out of the vinegar, or shake it every day, or use a weight to keep it under. But yeah, fill it up to the top next time, girl. Dang it. And then I said, I'm pretty sure some old timers would just scrape off the top layer and keep going. LOL. So anyways, let me explain to her. She says, okay, they were definitely submerged. Basil leaves float to the top no matter how many. I usually have the vinegar to go to the very top of the lid. She doesn't like to be told what to do. Next time, maybe have the vinegar go to the very top of the wood. What's up? Anyways, I try to tell them. I try to tell them all the time, them girls. Fill it up to the top. But they just ain't nobody listening to me. All right, here's what's up. The fairies are sprinkling you with fairy dust to allow you to stand proud and sparkle. So yeah, it was this little fairy that totally inspired our Tarot Tuesday spread yesterday, because I was like, oh my God, remember that cute little Amaryllis fairy? We should hang out with fairies. Absolutely. As the sun is the sun is almost fluctuating. It's getting brighter, then calmer, then brighter, then calmer. Like, it must be a cloud, but it's just kind of fun that it's doing it while I'm talking about fairies sprinkling us with fairy dust. Why? Because they want us to stand proud and sparkle. Honey, the fairies are on your side. Everyone's on your side. Everyone except your delusional mother wants you to be proud, right? Where, I don't know if it was your mom or not, but if there was someone in your life who thought that having a sense of pride was arrogant, or you shouldn't do that, bullshit. Everyone else except that insane person in your life really does want you to be proud. I want you to be proud. I love people with a sense of pride. I really do. And even if it sort of gets a little confusing, and I can see that it's their maybe a little ego, arrogance, I'll still take it. I still think that an ego sense of pride is better than no pride at all. Come on, low self-esteem, we just need to be done with it. Low self-pride, let's just keep on cooking up the good stuff. All right, so this beautiful tall stem plant with its deep and vibrant symmetrical flowers stands proudly to be noticed. Indeed, the word amaryllis derives from the Greek word amarysine, which translates as to sparkle. So basically, you want to sparkle with pride. You're being told that this is a time to stand tall and have a sense of pride in whom you are and who you are becoming. So pride is being proud of the good stuff. It's not oh, look at me, I ran over a chipmunk. Haha, I'm so proud of myself. No, we're talking about good pride, okay? So if you have any negative definitions with pride, let's start to see it in a positive light. Be proud of who you are. Stand tall. Let yourself be seen like the amaryllis. Get excited about who you are becoming. You're shedding old layers. You're doing your healing work. You're letting go of negativity by the barrels full, right? Let us be proud of this, of who we are becoming. Because, yeah, we do have a tendency to be our own worst enemies. And a degree of self-reflection and judgment is occasionally helpful, but it should be constructive and positive. It shouldn't be demeaning and self-hating, So we need to keep everything in check and always acknowledge your efforts and positive achievements in your life's journey. A time to be proud and have pride in yourself. As time, thoughts, deeds, and actions have proven your worth, not only to yourself, but all those around you. And see, the thing is, it's like all your thoughts, deeds, and actions. We were just talking about this on my YouTube, Flossie and Sade, chapter 5, the law of karma and forgiveness. You know, all your thoughts, deeds, and actions, what you put out boomerangs and comes back to you. So be proud that like you are only putting out good stuff, you know, and just have an inner sense of pride that like you are doing your best to manifest best, to manifest more good stuff. You're trying and you're attempting and you're doing and you're willing it. You are using your personal will and making a difference in your life and the lives of others and ultimately in the world. So honey, put your head up a little higher, shoulders back, right? Be seen. Be seen for what you are and start to see this in others as well. So, to end, allow yourself to sparkle and shine with pride. All right, so thanks so much for hanging out with me again, manifesting more good stuff. It's just what we do here at Ho on Wednesdays, at least for 2020. I know what we're doing for Wednesdays in 2021, and I'd like to say it's going to be a lot of fun. Like this year, we're manifesting more good stuff, but I'm just going to tell you, next year we're getting down to business, and next year we'll be powering up. So yeah, I've made a personal commitment to myself to commit to 2021. It's not time to quit yet, even though I talk a lot about it and, you know, threaten myself and everyone. That's really not anything to be proud of, but what is something to have a lot of pride is my commitment to keep going and expanding and offering when I see that there is a willingness to do so, and it makes me feel good and it helps everybody, and I do my best. I do. So on that note, you guys, thanks so much. Manifest more pride.